Sanbonani Dumelang and hello. Welcome to Sports Wrap on UJTV. My name is Mpumelelo Dlamini, here to kick it with you on everything trending in the streets of sports. Mara guys, we love interacting with you using the hashtag SportsWrap. Please make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms. We are UJ_sports as well as UJTV. Mara, it's that time once again. Recap, recap, recap. I'm never alone. I'm never alone. He's even smiling at me right now. I'm never alone. While on my right-hand side, I'm with David, Mr. Barak Sir, the UJ social media and content creator, Mr. Barak Sir, David. What am I?
Anna Gistele, how are you? Good day, guys. I mean, we are back again, doing what we love, so yeah.
All the time. You remind me of a 15-16 score, but it's okay. We're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it there. I want to know your highlights of the week, besides the Springbok, because wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What is your highlight of the week?
My highlight of the week will have to go to football, definitely not rugby.
Sorry.
Congratulations to the University of Forte women's football team. They have obviously just won the Sasol National playoffs in Bloemfontein.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but the two teams, which is them and the Lindana ladies from Durban, will be next year promoted into the Hollywood Bet Super League national league. So once again, we speak about the development of sport as a whole, and this is another step, obviously, that we see happening. But I think on the flip side, obviously, unfortunately, the two teams that are sitting in the red zone on the current log standings will be coming back down to Sasol. So that is the detriment. But I think on the positive side, getting two teams again to obviously to a national structure is good. Looking at the development of sport, and we see how Sasol is contributing to the whole journey as a whole. So I think for me that stands out, to see new talent next year in the league and see how the ladies can compete.
Perfectly. But I'm also a little bit worried. That shift up and a shift down, hopefully UJ is not a part of that shift, hey?
Oh, no. Definitely not. I mean, yeah, UJ is performing differently as compared to 2022, but we are definitely out of the relegation. So we are safe, but we can do better. We've got 3 league games left, so I believe and I hope we can make use of them and, finish in the best position possible.
We'll get right into that in a couple of minutes. But my highlight of the week, I must tell you, I'm going to brag because it's a week of results. Yeah. The basketball.
Oh, yes.
The men and the women.
Bali 2.
Winning the Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
This past weekend.
Definitely.
My highlights. Mara, we're going to get straight into that after this. Let's jump straight into the results of the week.
And for the weekend results, starting with the ABC Multiple League, the UJ men recorded their first win of the league with a 2-1 win over Soweto Super United in the midweek fixture, while the UJ senior women's football ladies finished the game to a goalless draw against the Copper Belt ladies up in Polokwane. Moving over to cricket, the UJ Premier A side finished the game with 218 runs for 6, while the Randburg Premier A side only managed to score 125 for 10, UJ winning the game by 25 runs. In the Premier League B division, the UJ Premier B team scored 335 runs for 5, while the Glen Vista Premier B team only managed 149 runs for 9, and the UJ overall winning by innings and 146 runs. Moving over to hockey, the UJ men won the game by forfeit against Wanderers Hockey Club, while the second game, the UJ men managed to win 5-2 over the MCC Hockey Club, ending their day on a high note.
Well, David, I know we find ourselves once again in a final within football.
Yeah.
This is the Nedbank Cup final. But also before that, on Wednesday, we played the ABC Multiple League, securing our first ever win within ABC. I mean, they deserve a round of applause for this because it's a 2-1.
Yeah, no, believe me, that game was very tense in terms of officiating, very questionable in my view, and also with all the supporters who were at the stadium, but we can't control the factor, so we have to put it, to bed. But looking at how the game went, it was very tight one, and UJ scored first in the 9th minute, I believe, and then the opponents equalized again in the 13th minute, and then UJ came back to score in the second half, finally. But I think the boys really came out to show character, winning 2-1 away from home, against a competitive opponent. There's a lot of things we could have done better. and that the opponents also could have done better. But I think we were able to control what we could control. And getting a first win of the league, considering 3 consecutive losses, is a big break, because obviously also our fans were starting to get worried. But I think it was a good win to be able to take a breather, and yeah.
Remember, you said at some point that you wonder what the coach actually said at halftime in that change room. What do you think Coach Karabo said this time at halftime?
At halftime, Coach Karabo always reminds the players of our plan, first importantly, and also how to manipulate the opponent, if I can put it that way. He's a very analytical coach, so he will always look at what they're doing wrong and how we can exploit, chances like that. So, and I think that's what the boys went to the park, and do, and that's how we were able to get a winning goal and keep it until the end of the game.
Exciting news. Nedbank Cup. Nedbank Cup. That is another final outstanding achievement against Thero United of FC. But once again, this is Group B final. Yeah. So meaning there's a bigger part of the Nedbank Cup.
There is a bigger part. I think the structure is a bit complicated, if you can put it that way. But we just played the regional playoffs, if you can put it that way.
Yeah.
And they still are gonna come provincial playoffs, and then we're gonna advance to the last 32, last 16 if we make it. UJ opened obviously their regional Nedbank games playing against the same opponent, SSU, at home, beat them 3-0, clean, and obviously advanced to play Thelre, of which they won 1-0, scoring a header in the first half. And I think looking at how the game went in the second half, if we didn't score, we could be talking a different story. But once again, progressing to the next phase of the playoffs to obviously try and get to the further stages is good. I think the most difficult thing about the UJ team is that they are resting less. They are playing different tournaments back to back at the same time. And
student athletes.
And they're still students. So the ability for them to play 3 games in a space of 4 days and score a total of 6 goals and concede only 1 goal in all the combined stats is a very good thing. So I think they have found their winning momentum, and hopefully they can keep on it and keep on it going forward.
But now, with the same momentum, we have Hollywood Bets Super League with the ladies. Yeah. You did touch base on it at the beginning, but now we're going to just a bit.
Yeah.
What is going on? Because, it's an all-nil draw this past weekend, but
I think playing away from home is always going to be difficult. Traveling the day before the game for the ladies, playing the different province, those are factors you can't control. But the nice thing about having the luxury of sports scientists within the team, we can do so much, to get the players ready as much as possible. But, the inability to score goals once again, can be debatable, but a point away from home counts, and it does add to the tally on our log position. So I think, like I always say, we can see how the game is going, and we've got 3 games left on the clock before the league ends. In my view, we just need to win the remaining games and just finish in the best position possible. That is the best we can do, because we can see by the log position that top 4 is out of reach, but we can still finish on a positive note.
On that note, it is a positive note, but futsal, Rabatlotseva. So in the spirit of futsal, we beat Wits throughout all the games.
Yeah.
We brought them to our slaughterhouse.
Dominance.
In
a Joburg derby.
Results. But joining us right now, we have Caleb and Figile. They're just going to tell us more about themselves and how they got the experience of playing futsal. We're going to start with Figile. Hi Figile, how are you?
Fine, and you?
I'm great, thank you. Just introduce yourself. Tell us.
Okay, my name is Figile Bapela. I'm doing BCom in sports management 2nd year. I play as a defender, and I knew futsal this year.
That's nice. Interesting. Caleb?
My name is Caleb Jablani Mkize. I'm doing 3rd year in Bachelor of Accounting. And I started playing futsal while I was like 11 years old. And then I got introduced to it in UJ this year. And most of the times I've been playing 11v11.
Sounds like Caleb has been in this futsal journey for a very long time.
He's studying accounting numbers.
I think, Caleb, maybe for someone who doesn't know what is futsal, how would you describe futsal as a sport?
Well, futsal is more like a 5v5 type of game. And it's about 20 minutes each half, and there's no extra time like the 11v11 type of game.
Yeah.
And There's one keeper, and then the other rest of the players inside.
And how did you find your first experience? Because I take it as this year was your first time playing futsal.
Yes.
And how was that experience?
It was kind of difficult because of the fitness it requires as we play 7v7 internal league. So this time we had to play 5v5. The space is too crowded. We're moving. We don't have time to adjust to walking and doing all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
I go busy.
I'm afraid.
Go busy. I think Caleb, you speak about obviously having played from the age of 11 years. Is the age categories in terms of futsal at UJ, or is the age categories of who can play, or it's open?
It's open to everybody. As long as you can play, then you're able to play for UJ futsal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it started with the internal league. There's a league called futsal league for the internal league, of whereby races participate. That's where I came from, to go into the men's futsal team. So it doesn't have any age restrictions.
Oh, interesting. And how would you guys, maybe together, or we can give it to Figile first and then to Caleb, how would you guys introduce futsal to the rest of the world?
I would say futsal, it's a small-sided football. 5v5, whereby you learn how to play in a crowded space, the movements, unlike playing in a big field.
Yeah.
So it helps one to develop so that when going to a bigger field, you can be more alert, know how to space, don't ever carry the ball. Because in futsal, when you over carry the ball, they get it. Yeah. Unlike in the bigger fields.
Yeah. Interesting. I didn't actually think about it like that, but that's actually a very good one. And Caleb?
For futsal, I'd say it's for those people who are not lazy, because it's a fast game, I won't lie.
Yeah.
It seems like 20 minutes and not too much, but then actually they are a bit long since it's a small-sided pitch. And playing against 5 people and you allow 5 people, it's quite tiring.
No wonder why that score.
Singaga.
But guys, honestly speaking, this was your first game. What is next? How many more games do you guys have? Where can we catch the next coming matches? How can we interact with you guys?
Well, for us, we're joining the Soweto Futsal League in Soweto.
Oh, okay.
So for us, this was more like the start of something great. Yeah, that's what I would say. So we still have to prepare for those upcoming league games. We still have gonna have friendlies against big clubs, and then you hear from that.
I mean, Figile, maybe a lot of people don't know about futsal yet. Do you think, in your view, the sport of futsal is growing at university level and maybe in the country?
In our university, it's growing because last year there were no internal futsal league. This year there was an internal futsal league.
Yeah.
So I think it needs to be more introduced to the world. It's not yet that
big yet.
Yeah.
But guys, do keep track of all our socials. We'll bring you futsal where it's all about pacing yourself, being self-aware, knowing when to pass, how to pass. And as a goalkeeper, you cannot distribute that ball unless it goes back. So from us, thank you very much, Caleb and Figile, for joining us today and telling us more about futsal. A lot of people actually were educated about your segment. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
In the spirit of everything futsal, City, I mean, guys, it's a very, very educative segment that we just had right there. But before we go any further, let's have a look at the upcoming fixtures.
And coming up on the UJ Sports calendar is the 4th hybrid UJ Sports Conference taking place on the 31st of October to the 1st of November. So please do save the date for that event.
And joining us right now, Retsoredi champion. Gold is a medal and a trophy. The first ever produced trophy of gold this year comes from basketball. And joining us, we have our captain, Oetu, and Nino. Guys, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Are you guys even excited? Because I'm worried.
Yo, we celebrating the whole weekend. We were so excited.
The whole weekend.
Yeah, no.
It was really something special.
Yeah, it was.
Well, tell us, preparation-wise, coming into the Friday Night Lights, how did that go?
Preparing, so we've been training from the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We went through USAs, and I feel like that was enough training for the whole team, for the girls, because we've been in good form from the beginning of the tournament, won every single game,
Yeah.
and we knew we were going to win from the beginning.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know?
Same thing with the guys. I think I heard you say that was the first gold trophy brought this year. I'd like to correct you because the guys did win USA in
Yes.
July.
No, we said the
Yes.
first gold trophy came from basketball.
Oh, okay. I just had to make sure.
But we acknowledge.
We do
Yeah,
acknowledge.
yeah, the same thing with us. Our coach is like preaches consistency the whole time. So we train from year end to year beginning. Like even now, we'll probably have a month off.
Yeah.
And as soon as the next year starts, we're back at training. So
Yeah.
we prepared.
Fact. You speak about obviously preparing from the beginning of the year. Can you just sum up for us, the performance throughout the year for the UJ team, in the league?
From the beginning of the year, we got new players this year, so we had less seniors from last year, less experience. So we didn't start off on a good note.
Yeah.
But as soon as we got to USAs, we gelled together. I remember we played the ICSL. We didn't really make it to quarterfinals, and it was basically the same teams as FNL. And then how did we win FNL?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. At the end of the year, we did well. We gelled as a team. We're champions. Yeah.
Sorry, champions. But I want to know from you, it's the end of the year, we're approaching the end of the year, and new players are coming in next year. And it's also, once again, you're starting a new season once again. How do you actually encourage younger players to stay motivated, to stay fit, to come join the team?
Let me tell you one thing. If you need motivation to join, you shouldn't be playing UJ basketball.
Hey, team.
Sorry.
Hey.
You need to be self-motivated continuously, especially when you play for Coach Madler. So
Yeah.
so you need to make sure that you motivate yourself and that you stay on par because you see us perform throughout the whole year and you see how many medals we win, how many games we win consistently. So if you need to be motivated, he's not a coach for you.
Yeah.
So motivate yourself,
Yeah.
and then when you're ready to come through, come through. And if you have what it takes, he'll allow you back in the training session. Yeah. If not, then
That sounds like a very interesting challenge, to be self-motivated. And I mean, it's a university level, we can't do everything for you, but definitely we do need you on court. Just to
Yeah.
point it back, and you speak about self-motivation, obviously, for you, which can actually make you a better player playing for UJ.
Yeah.
Just take us through, what did it take to win the league? UJ basketball is known to be one of the most dominant teams, and you were just the team. What did it take to win the league this year?
I think it was just consistency and trust in one another. I think our coach preaches, like, in order for us to, get success, you don't take the escalator, you take the stairs.
Yeah.
So we worked our hard way every single day at practice. People coming, people have school, you have work, you have a whole bunch of things that you're doing. You still have to make time to come to practice, go through the motions. And, just prepare yourself. So just work. That's what we do to continuously win.
Yeah.
100.
Oweto, you speak about obviously the team being a fairly new group, and
Yeah.
you guys not being able to get through to the quarterfinals, even in the ICSL, but you were able to win the Friday Night League. How is the chemistry within the team at this stage?
Let me give you an example. So every single time we go play, we come like 2 hours before the match just to chill together.
Yeah.
That sees like the amount of hard work we put in and the growth within the relationship. We could call each other friends more than teammates.
Yeah.
So the consistency was there. We showed the love. We showed the love on court, off the court. It was good.
Yeah. And remember, in order to reach success, you do not take the escalator or elevator, you take the stairs. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us, and all love to you, and congratulations. And to Coach Mandla, keep on doing what you're doing to these kids. Thank you very much. In the spirit of winning,
Yeah.
this past weekend, cricket-wise, we beat England. Rugby-wise, we beat England. UJ-wise, we won both teams.
We beat somebody else.
We beat somebody else.
The momentum is shifting down.
I mean, we talk about first years making their debut, having 50 runs, others scoring 100 runs. Also, Captain Fantastic with another 100.
Crewman.
Here, I don't know. I actually need to go watch cricket.
That is an assignment you are delegating upon yourself. But I'm sure the boys will appreciate your support.
I mean, is there anything else you want to say to the boys? Because, I mean, this bird has started. winning mentality.
Yeah.
We are now throughout the season, finished one season, now into a different league.
Yeah, like I mentioned previously, we obviously have just shifted out of the Black Widow T20 setup, moving into the NZA Premier League and the CGL. In terms of time cricket, the UJ Premier A team obviously, going out to the park and getting positive results against the Randburg Premier A over the weekend, scoring 281 for 6 wickets and winning by 84 runs, while the opponents were only able to get 125, for 10. So you can tell by the stats and the scores that UJ dominated the game, And in the same manner, the UJ Premier B team obviously scoring, 335, for 5, and the opponents only being able to score 149 for 9, and UJ winning by innings and 146 runs. I think we need a video of that game because how can you in a day, or be able to clock 335 for 5, and obviously, winning by 146 runs, a very huge margin. But once again, we speak about winning, the result and the momentum, building up into the USA, cricket in December. So I think positive day for cricket, and happy for the boys who obviously have won their opening games of this new division of the league.
Yo, 100% cricket. Hands up. Hands up, that's how it is. But I want to know, our Women Crush Wednesday.
Yeah.
It can be male or female. It's fine. Women Crush Wednesday.
For me, my Women Crush Wednesday was going to go, CP Solombela, a UJ student, just out of context a bit. She was recently elected into the University Sports South Africa NEC committee as a student rep,
Another excellence.
Another excellence, and she is part of the UJ rowing club as well, obviously, besides being a student. So I think, once again, having a student committee that's going to be able to represent students at a national level, in terms of sports, is good because they will be, her and her, obviously colleagues will be able to take the student cries to the senior, and hopefully they can be heard. But the ultimate goal is overall improving sport as a whole at university level. So I would give it to Sipe, but also, once again, we are getting those emails about national collabs. And Aisha Musa and Ajela Mibi are once again on national duty for Banyana for the upcoming Olympic qualifiers. And not only do we have the Women Crush Wednesday this week, we also have men.
Sorry.
Obril Bakhani, TK, which is an analyst for the UJ senior women's football team, has also been called up for the under-17 girls, to obviously be part of the tech team in terms of contributing to the team. So I think we are good. We are on the radar. We're in the spotlight, and that's UJ.
One thing about UJ, doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter where you do it. You will always get a national call-up.
Definitely. There's always a space for you, and you can't get rid of us somehow. We're always there.
Sir, welcome to the National League, the big league. But David, your closing remarks, anything entertaining, anything exciting that is coming up for your side?
I think it would have to obviously go down to the UJ Sports Conference. We are obviously, will be starting on the 31st of October and extending to the 1st of November. Speaking all things sports science and stuff like that. I think what's more interesting about the conference is looking at some of the speakers and the panelists and stuff like that. We've got the likes of Dr. Jerome Mampani, who's a medical doctor for the Springboks, the men's side, as well as Arjes Neyman is part of the panelists. He just got a beautiful try in the semifinals, and many more. So I think definitely that, as well as the UJ Sport Awards coming up. So there's a lot to look forward to in terms of UJ. So definitely do stay tuned, and we'll keep the information coming right to you from your screens. And
we will make sure to keep you in check and locked on all our social media platforms. Make sure you follow us on UJTV as well as UJ_sport. David, thank you for joining me. It's been amazing. Everything exciting, results. And my name is Mpumelelo Dlamini. Over to you. Thank you for watching.
The University of Johannesburg, the future reimagined.